Hello, Faith Leader, and welcome to Breaktime today. Psalm 18:23. I have been blameless before him and have kept myself from sin. An amazing statement, isn't it? I have kept myself from sin. Now, and the thing I think we need to remember is David wasn't proclaiming that in and of himself he kept himself from sin. But he was one of those awesome men that is known for being the man after God's own heart. He kept his heart in a place where it was chasing after God, and he kept himself remaining in the Lord. And as a result of that, sin wasn't something that David lived with. And you see it in Psalm, we're going to see it here pretty soon as we continue to walk through Psalms, the repentance of David and the mourning of David. And when David would sin, it harmed him. It brought grief to his spirit. It wasn't that David woke up in the morning and decided that that's what he was going to do. But when David did fall into sin, his heart was overwhelmed. He could not be a person that lived with evil in his heart. He couldn't do it. It wasn't part of who he was. That's why he says, I've kept myself from sin. It wasn't that David didn't sin. Now, don't hear what he's not saying, but he kept himself away from it. He got to the place with the Lord with his heart before God that he could call himself blameless because of what God was doing in and through his heart, just like you and me. When we keep coming back to the Lord, there's something amazing that happens within the heart, because the heart, our motive, our place of our choices become so connected with whom God is that we no longer desire to continue in the sin patterns, because we understand that not only harms our relationship with God, sin brings consequences on everybody around us. And we understand that. And we understand that God's got a bigger plan, a greater desire for our life, to keep ourselves apart from it in such a way that we no longer want it. We no longer crave it. It's no longer part of who we are. And so I think even in the workplace where the temptation might be extremely pressing in on you, it's the greatest place to say, okay, God, this is the greatest place that I need you, is right here, right in the midst of this place, is because this is the biggest temptation that I have. Wherever your biggest temptation is, that is your greatest need for God. That's what David was actually saying. And he found it that God was there. You, my friend, have a blessed day. Keep pressing in to what the Lord has for you.